And we're live. Hey guys.
Guys, we're so excited for you guys to be here.
Yes, we are really excited. Whether you're watching us right now live or whether you're catching this recording, we are just so excited for you. We've got so much to share. And let me just welcome you guys and let you guys know that if you were invited to this, whether you're on tonight or whether you're watching this, somebody saw potential in you. Meaning, we don't send this to everybody. We don't necessarily invite everybody to this opportunity because it takes a special kind of person. And that's what we saw in you. So please know that you are here for a reason, and we're just super stoked.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to start off by introducing ourselves really quick. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rachel DiMatteo, and I have been a coach a little bit over 2 years. When I started, I was 4 weeks postpartum and just kind of looking for something to kind of fight my insecurities and get back to pre-pregnancy weight. Pretty close to after I started, my coach had talked to me, about the coaching opportunity. And I currently was working full-time, rotating shifts in radiology. Like I said, I had a newborn at home, so I really wanted to eventually be able to quit my full-time job and stay home. So I kind of saw the business aspect of it right from the get-go. And I wasn't really sure what I was doing or how I was going to get there, but I knew that, my why was big enough and that I wanted to be home and be a present mom. So that's kind of how my journey started. How about you, Heather?
And my journey started completely differently, which is actually so cool about this because it's, it just shows you that all kinds of people come into this from different ways of life and different reasons. So for me, I was really overweight and I had struggled with my weight for my entire life. And I had tried every single thing that I could to lose the weight and I never could, or I would, and then I would gain it all back again. So really, I was finding a solution for myself. And the reason that I started coaching was to keep myself accountable because I knew I would fail on myself over and over again like I had in the past. But what I would not do is fail on somebody else. So if I had somebody else that was counting on me to show up, then I would show up because I was showing up for them. And that's just what kind of that's what got me moving. And I hit the ground running. My coaching business did take off right away. And it really showed me the potential in this business and what it could do for not just me personally, but for so many other people that I'm helping and then financially for my family. So that's just how I got started. And it really has snowballed and become like the biggest blessing.
So I think that's so important for you guys to understand that, first of all, there is no like one size fits all when it comes to coaches. Like we all come from different backgrounds and, we all have different goals when we start. Some people just start because they want to keep themselves accountable. Some people start because they see the business aspect of it. Some people start just for the discount. So I want to talk to you guys about that really quick. There are 3 different types of coaches. Not all coaches are created equal. And sometimes people start out, as a discount coach and then they move their way up. So the first kind of coach that we have is a discount coach, which means that you guys sign up as a coach and really this is somebody who just falls in love with our community, with our solution to weight loss, to our superfoods, to, like I said, just the community and the atmosphere and the challenge groups that we run. So as a discount coach, you get to take advantage of our 25% off discount that we get on all of our products, on our, Shakeology, on our workouts, on all of our nutrition, anything you can imagine, you guys get it at a discounted price. And there are no quotas or anything you have to reach. So that's why it's so awesome that you guys can literally join this with no obligations and just get the discount right off the bat. The second type of coach we have is a hobby coach, and that's just kind of somebody who maybe works full-time and wants to start off as a part-time coach and maybe build a business, alongside while they're working, another job. So kind of like a side hustle. That's how we started. We both had full-time jobs and we kind of worked this part-time until we created it to be a full-time career, which is your third type of coach. And that's going to be your business building coach, which means that you see the full potential in this, which is honestly, the sky is the limit with this. And that's what I love. It just opens so many new doors of opportunity for you and your family, whether you're just looking to pay for your cell phone bill every single month, or whether you want to reach financial freedom and really create a beautiful life for your family. The sky's the limit, guys. So that's what I love about this. But just so you know, you don't have to come in this like, I need to dedicate all this time to this. It's all in where you are in your life, and we're here to support you no matter where you're coming from.
Absolutely. And that is what's the greatest thing about this is this is your business. So you work it how it is that you want. If you want to spend, 15 minutes a day on your business, that's 100% awesome. If you want to dedicate 40 hours a week to this, that's more power to you. However it is that you want to fit this into your life, it's going to work because it's your business and you do it on your own terms. And like Rachel said, there's zero quotas. You don't ever have to hit a certain amount or a certain rank, or it's not about selling product at all. So you guys, we'll talk more about that in a little bit, but it really is whatever it is that you are in your life and whatever it is you want to get out of this, that's what you can do. To talk a little bit about discount coaches, I mean, I have so many people in my family that don't necessarily want to work the business, but they love it so much. They're all discount coaches because they love the products and because they love, what it is that we have to offer in our community and the support that they get. They're discount coaches, and that's 100% okay. But for those of you that are they're maybe thinking about this as more of a business standpoint, we're going to kind of go into that route. So a little bit about what it is that we do as coaches. So like I said, this is not about selling product. We are not distributors of any kind. We are sharers. So we're literally sharing our life and we're sharing our progress openly to other people in effort to inspire them to do the same. So everything that we do is completely authentically sharing our experience. And through that, that's how we inspire other people to get healthy. That's how we inspire other people to, start setting goals and reaching goals. And our job is to support them in that. So that's, in a nutshell, like what it is that we do. Rachel, did you want to go into that at all?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely share our journey authentically. And one thing I love is that a lot of other MLMs, when you see them, we do not post pictures of our products. We are not one of those people who's just going to have a price tag. So for those of you who are worried about being salespeople, that's one thing I was super nervous about. I was like the queen of objections when I started. And that's not something you have to worry about. You are literally focusing on your own health and fitness journey and inspiring others along the way and inviting them to join with you. And that's what I love about it. It's authentic. You're helping people, I love that I can stand 100% behind our mission statement because we are helping people live healthier, more fulfilling lives. And that means so much to me. So yes, I don't ever want to sugarcoat this and say that it is not a business and it's not hard work, because it does take hard work to do this. There's a lot of behind the scenes things that we do that we're going to talk about. So, we spend time, adding to our network and learning about social media and growing our following on social media. Don't ever feel like you need to have a huge following or anything like that. Heather will talk about that later, but just know that no matter where you are, we are here to support you, and we have trainings and tools that are in place for you when you start. Okay. So everybody starts in the beginning. A lot of people have no background in any kind of sales or any kind of, MLMs, and we're here for you 100%. So just know that.
Yeah, neither one of us had any kind of a background in this, or we never imagined that this would be what we got into. This is not something that we dreamt, as a kid that we were going to be doing. And so we got into it, without any experience. And you guys, there are so many amazing trainings. And that's something that Rachel and I really pride ourselves on, is forming our team and training our team every single week with all kinds of new information. So please don't feel like you need to know all about social media or all about, fitness coaching. We train you in all of that. So let's kind of just talk about maybe some things that people are, fearful of, or objections that they have, or common misconceptions about coaching.
Okay. So I think my biggest objection in the beginning was time, because like I told you guys, I had a 4-week-old at home. I was getting ready to go back to working full time. I worked in radiology in my local hospital, and I worked rotating shifts. So I worked midnights, weekends, holidays, daytime, 3 to 11s, you name it, I worked it. And like I said, I came home to a baby and I was like, how am I going to fit this in? I'm already not sleeping. The coolest thing about this is you can literally build your business in 15-minute pockets of time throughout the day. So it does not take 40 hours a week to build your business. It does take discipline and a lot of focus. So we teach you guys how to be super intentional with the time that you do have. You don't have to have so much time in the day. You just have to know where it is to spend your time. And we teach you that, okay? So we have all different backgrounds on our teams, from single parents to military wives to full-time students, full-time workers, stay-at-home parents. So don't ever think that your situation is different from others because we have somebody who's going to relate to you, and that person is finding time. And Heather and I found time by waking up an hour earlier in the morning before we went to work, our full-time job, maybe sacrificing some Netflix shows because me and my husband loved watching Netflix, not hitting the snooze button, maybe staying up an extra half hour after we put the kiddos to bed. Little things like that. I promise you guys will be super surprised at how much time we do have, even scrolling social media, right? It's like we
absolutely
realize it.
Yeah, you don't realize how much time you're wasting until you're actually trying to be intentional with your time. And there are so many of those 15-minute pockets, even those 5-minute pockets, you know? I mean, something as silly as waiting 5 minutes for the water to boil. You could be doing something, you know, really quick on your phone. You could be connecting with somebody. You could be making a difference in somebody's life in the 15 minutes you just took to scroll on somebody else's life, you know? So it's those kinds of things that's where you build your business. Another big thing, and this was huge for me, was being in ideal shape. And I get that, trust me, because when I started coaching, I originally felt like I couldn't be a coach because I was so out of shape. Not only was I out of shape physically, I was really out of shape emotionally. I did not have a love for myself and my body, and I did not see a worth in myself that I do now. And I have a little picture here to show you guys just where I was when I started. So this is me, and that's about 40 pounds heavier. And that's where I was when I started coaching. So I felt that nobody was ever going to relate to me. Nobody would ever want me to be coaching them because of the way that I looked or how out of shape I was. But that is so wrong. And you guys, I told you how my business took off from the get-go. It's because of that. It's because I showed them my work on myself every day. So I showed up every day and I shared it. I showed my workouts. I showed video. I showed how hard it was. I showed myself showing up. And that is what gained other people's, you know, interest, because they saw the realness. And so you don't have to be in a certain kind of shape. You don't have to hit a certain goal before you can help other people. People want to see you doing it with them because that is relatable. That is what inspires people, is when you're in it with them. So don't ever feel like you need to be at a certain place or a certain point before you can start coaching. Because I'm telling you, they want to see you for you.
I love that. And seeing her transformation was truly like amazing. Absolutely awesome. What'd you say?
I said Rachel got to watch it firsthand.
I did. I feel so blessed for that. It's awesome. And that's, you know, that's one thing that is so great. Like we literally, our job is to work on ourselves, to better ourselves and to help other people change their life. Like how cool is that? It's seriously the best. Something else that a lot of people say is the money, okay, right? You think like starting your own business, how much money can that be? And this was a worry of mine because when I started, you know, like I said, I was on maternity leave, so I was on unpaid maternity leave. And I really didn't have all that extra cash to put in, you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars to something. And the crazy thing is that I literally spend more money on one trip to Target or on Amazon Prime than I did investing in my business. And I've made that back time and time and time again, okay? When people tell me that they don't know if they can put forth the money, here's something that's going to be a little bit of a like gut check. Would you invest money into yourself that you knew could not only change your life, but change your future? Like when you think about it like that, it's seriously crazy to me, because when you take out your Starbucks addiction or a Starbucks habit or your fast food habit, you could literally pay for this in 1 month. Like, and I'm going to go into detail exactly on, you know, how much it is, but it's crazy to me that people will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to own a business, to start a franchise, and you have no guarantee on any kind of a return for that. And there's no obligations, and you even have a 30-day complete money back guarantee. And the only thing that you pay for to get started is your own health and fitness journey. That's it. All you pay is for all of your, you know, package to get started, your workouts, your superfoods, your portion control containers, everything like that. That's the only thing you pay for. And when you get started with your own bundle, your coach fee is waived, which is absolutely amazing to me. So I cannot tell you how many times I would have spent 100 times as much as I did, because not only have I made that back and been able to successfully quit my full-time job, but it has changed my life for the better. It has made me a better person. It's made me a more patient mom, a better wife. It's made me more confident. It's just changed my life in every aspect, and I'm so blessed for it.
Yeah, same here. It's completely changed me. I mean, inside and out, 100%. I mean, I'm not recognizable to where I was before. So yeah, it absolutely will change your life. So we kind of mentioned this a little bit before, just about like a following. So because we, run our business on social media, something that I know Rachel and I both hear is, well, I won't be successful because I don't have a huge following on Instagram or on Facebook or wherever. Well, let me tell you, I had like maybe 200 or something people on Instagram, and maybe around that same amount on Facebook. And I, started out with zero, like anything ever posting about health and fitness on anything ever. And I have grown my following to, well over 10,000 on Instagram and a lot on Facebook. And we teach you guys that. So you do not need to like create some massive following to be able to, to run this business. Rachel and I both started with very little followers, with zero experience about running a business on social media. So we have these tools, exactly the steps that we took to get to where we are. And that's what we teach our team. Those are the kinds of things that you will learn from us on a weekly basis. So please don't feel like that's something that you need to have before you do this. You don't need a massive following. All you need is a will and a desire to make this work, and it absolutely will. You will change people's lives, and you will change your own. So that's like, I think those are like kind of the main things that we typically hear that are, concerns for people. But if you guys have any more, you can always put it in chat, or you can send us a private message, and then we can cover those, one-on-one.
Absolutely. Yeah. And do not, like, we want to make sure that all of your questions are answered, that you watch this video and you feel completely confident and, knowing that you're entering a community that's going to have your back 100%. So if you have any other objections that maybe we didn't cover, we're trying to keep this video as short as possible so that we can kind of run through this and not, respect your time. So don't hesitate to message us. Okay. I'm sure one thing everybody is wondering is, okay, you guys were able to quit your full-time jobs. Like, how do you make money? And this is such a fun topic to talk about when you're actually in the business, because it's so complex that it just takes a little bit of knowledge. So I'm going to just touch on it. When you start out, we as coaches make anywhere from a 25 to a 40% commission on anything that you share and sell to other people. Okay. So anytime somebody purchases our superfoods or, a challenge pack, which is what our Shakeology and our workouts are together, you guys get, either a 25% commission or 40% depending, and anywhere in between that. Now that is just the beginning of it, guys. That's how it starts. And then that kind of snowballs, and you guys have opportunities to make team cycle bonuses, weekly team cycle bonuses. You have opportunities to have fast start bonuses and quarterly bonuses. And like I said, all of this sounds really complex, excuse me, and confusing and gibberish to you guys. But let me just tell you, we were able to quit our full-time jobs for a reason. So we will teach you what that means. And one of our main goals as a coach, we know that this is money that you're putting into it. And our main focus, your first month, is to make sure that you guys get your investment back and really learn the tools and tricks that you need to make this a successful business and to constantly be, providing an income for your family. Our coach was able to successfully quit all 3 of her jobs. I think she worked 3 jobs. And that's what kind of inspired me. Like, I saw her and I'm like, wow, she was able to pay for her wedding in cash. She actually was able to make 6 figures in under 3 years. So the opportunity's there. The income potential is there, but you have to be willing to put the work into it. That's one thing I love. This business is completely fair. There is no cheating the system. At the amount of work you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And that's what's awesome about it. Okay, so we also have some awesome other incentives that we get. Do you want to talk about some tricks?
There are so many things that you guys are going to be rewarded with, and like tons of different incentives. And that is one of the big things that the company actually, that's one of our what we call vital behaviors. That's something that's really, really important to us as a company is to recognize the work that we're putting in. So we are constantly being spoiled. We're getting things in the mail. We're getting surprise things in the mail. We're getting swag all the time. I mean, anywhere from what we get personal development, we get shirts, what we
Workout
get
tank tops, we get, I mean, all kinds of stuff, hats,
all the time,
yoga mats,
just for doing our jobs. And I know I have had many jobs and I never got rewarded with fun things like that. A huge thing that we get, you guys, is incentive trips. And we have a yearly trip that we get rewarded with, and I'm going to show you that in a second. We also get trips with our teams. We get taken all kinds of different places. We have every summer we have a get together where our entire company meets together for the most massive, amazing weekend together. So I wanted to share.
You guys have an opportunity to get these trips for free.
Yes.
Like, how awesome is that?
With your spouse or significant other or a friend that you can bring. So not only do you win these trips, you get to bring somebody along with you.
And that's been like a huge blessing for us because, I mean, Mike and I would never, like, we love to travel before having kids, but like, we have a 2.5-year-old and a 4-month-old now. Like, we would never be like, okay, we're going to just take a cruise in March, but now we are. So
yeah. So take a look at this, you guys. I wanted to share my screen because this is the trip that we are about to go on in March that we earned. And we're taking our hubbies. So this is just a little glimpse into what's going to be happening on this boat. This
is the actual cruise we get to go on, which is so cool.
Yes. So we're headed to the Bahamas. We're going to a private beach in Nassau. We are away for, I think it's 4 days. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so that is our trip. And we get to do that, like I said, with our hubbies. Rachel and I are going to meet up. And we get that because of the hard work we put in. And when I have to be honest with you guys, back before I did any of this, back before I even thought about doing before I even thought about doing this as a position or a job, I used to see people in MLMs and they would talk about, incentive trips that they got, or other people. I would hear it like this thing that other people got to do. And I always felt like it was so far away, like, oh, there's no way that I could ever get to the point if I ever did an MLM to where I could get an incentive trip. Or maybe if I put like 10 or 15 years into a job, then I'd be able to earn a trip. But who has time for that? That was my mindset. That's what I used to think when I used to see people going on these trips, incentive trips, until I got involved in this. And I realized my very first year I qualified for that. My very first year, not having any idea what it was that I was doing, I earned a trip. So this is not far-fetched. This is not something that's so hard to get to. It is simply doing the work and showing up. And by doing that, you're rewarded a trip for you and a significant other, which is amazing. It's huge. So not only are you obviously earning an income, you are getting these massive trips all throughout the year. So that's just one of the amazing perks to being a coach.
Which is like a huge perk that you guys get to spoil your family. And I'm so blessed for it too. And Heather and I are actually hosting a retreat this coming up spring, which is, again, like, we're spoiling our coaches. They don't have to pay for anything. Like, we're going to have a professional photo shoot. We're going to rent a boat. We're going to have a nice house on the beach. Like, these are just, and we get to be together. Like, Heather and I have the best friendship. And I think that's one of the most amazing things that I've really gained from this is just a sense of community and belonging and friendships with so many people that from all over, that you would never expect to have a relationship with, that I am truly like, I mean, we're like family. So just expect when you guys join us that you're going to be welcomed with open arms, and we cannot wait to have you here. Okay. So let's talk about how you get started. Okay. There's a couple different ways. I'm not going to go over all of them, but first of all, if you are interested, for sure, message the coach who sent you this video, or message us in the chat for those of you who are on live and want to get started tonight. Let me share my screen so I can show you guys exactly what you get, because it is pretty awesome. Okay, so this is kind of like our library of fitness, guys. So you guys get access to every single workout program that Beachbody ever created. Okay, there's even a cooking show on here. This comes with all your nutrition, your meal plans, even grocery lists, everything like that. So you will have access to all of this for a year. You will have 30 days of our Shakeology. portion fixed control containers. Let me unshare my screen because now I can't concentrate. Okay, our portion control containers. And then also your $40 coaching fee is waived when you get started, which is awesome. So you're literally, like I said before, you're only paying for your package to get started, and you get all of that for $160 is the max. It's going to be anywhere from $130 to $160. You guys, that's it. $160 to start something that is going to change your life and hopefully change your future. And if anything, even if you don't ever make $1 in this business, you have the tools that you need to succeed in your own health and fitness journey. And that right there is so powerful.
Yeah. And that's exactly why, I did what I did when I jumped in, because it wasn't that like I said, it wasn't that I was trying to build a business, but I knew that I needed to make a change in my life. And that's what it did. It completely turned everything around for me. My health, obviously my internal work that I did, and now completely changed my family's life and our financial future. So that little step of investing in your own health, investing in your livelihood, can make such a huge ripple effect, and not only change your life, but change countless other people's lives. So it's pretty incredible. It's almost like unreal. So I'm telling you guys that there is zero reason to not jump in.
Absolutely. And like I said, we'll be here with open arms. We cannot wait to have you guys. I want you to just, picture your ideal life, like picture your dream life. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? This was something that was so hard for me in the beginning to actually visualize, because I just saw myself like, I'm in this job, I went to school and I did this, and this is just kind of the path I'm supposed to follow. And a lot of you might feel like that. You might be like, well, maybe I have a full-time job, or maybe I just don't know if this is like legit. I can tell you, first of all, that Heather and I both have 2 children, and we would not be part of something that was not legitimate, going to be providing for our family. But also the doors of opportunity that have been opened, like I have no self-limiting beliefs when it comes to this anymore. Don't let your self-limiting beliefs stop you from being great, from doing something that could change your life, from doing something that could change your future, from doing something that could truly fight your insecurities. Like I was struggling so bad with just inner beliefs and negative thoughts about myself, and just being a part of this and growing as a person and as a mom and as a wife and as a leader, and knowing that, one day I have the tools that I need to really create financial freedom for my family. I want you to know that opportunity is not just for us. It's for everybody. It's for you if you're willing to believe in you, because we believe in you.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Because even if you don't have that belief, we do. That's why you're here. So we will absolutely carry you through. And we're just over the moon excited. We love doing things like this because we just love to meet. We love to meet the new people that are going to be in our family. And we're just super excited for you guys, and know this is going to be the first day of the rest of your life.
I think we can end on that note. That was powerful.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And like I said, if you're watching this recording, please, message us after you've watched it and let us know if you have any other questions or concerns. And we're just ready to welcome you in. So
yeah, we look forward to meeting you guys. Take care.
Good night, guys.